Muy buenas, familia. Decirle que este vídeo es un extracto de los directos que realizo en la Dimensión Voldemora, esa plataforma de color morada, vamos, la que es innombrable. Denle like si les gusta este vídeo y quieren más contenido, y por supuesto les agradecería muchísimo a que se suscriban también para estar al día. Si quieren saber más, estoy en las redes sociales y la comunidad de YouTube. Ahora sí, disfruten del vídeo.
Sí, empezamos, Vamos a ver cómo está el volumen. Anda, Hutel. Bueno, Hutel. Hutel, este es Hedwig, el de Harry Potter. Este dijo en Hogwarts Legacy: uy, no me pagan bien para esto. Ser recadero de magos y brujos y brujas y solo repartir cartas, y para colmo me arriesgo un montón en peligros y en criaturas y demás. No me pagan bien para esto. Se pasó al Honkai, señores. Hedwig se pasó a Honkai. Bueno, Navi, vamos. Ahora sí, perdón.
In the last few days, our team has received some incredible intel from an anonymous source. A mysterious Stellaron burst
No
has
me
occurred
digas.
aboard the Xianzhou La
¿Qué
Fu.
tal? ¿Qué tal?
Today,
Son requests sigue
we're lucky to
solucionar,
have with us in the studio the La Fu Skyfaring Hellmaster Madame Yukong,
Ah, son
as
nuestros
well
todos.
as Mr. La Cha, a traveling merchant currently staying on the ship. Madame Yukong, what's the latest on the La Fu situation?
Well, for the most part, the Stellaron crisis has been brought under control. We've evacuated affected areas, and life has returned to normal in the safe zones.
I see. Mr. La Cha, I hear you experienced the crisis firsthand. What was it like on the ground?
Well, I was trapped in the Law Fu's Cloudford Harbor at first.
Bueno,
It was
no
only
sabemos
thanks
pa'
to the
qué.
Cloud Knights and a fortuitous encounter with kindly strangers that I was able to escape unharmed.
That's the Xianzhou Alliance. I knew you guys had everything under control.
I should mention that over the course of this crisis, we've witnessed a lot of suspicious activity.
Vamos a ver si hay historias, si hay algo nuevo o eventos o algo. Y hablando de eventos, tengo que terminar uno del Honkai, pero es cortito.
Blade and Kafka. Unfortunately, their accomplice is still on the loose.
Oh, you're talking about the hacker girl, right? Silverwolf? I heard she infiltrated the Xianzhou systems. They say she leaves behind a calling card.
Like this one?
Exactly, just like...
Mira, y se viene.
This place is different from the rest of the space station.
Se viene Cyberwolf, y el otro, y el Lucoa.
All right, let's get going. We have to move quickly. Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal.
Me gusta,
You can challenge the space station. But
¡Ostras!
challenge me? Good luck.
¿Que habrá algo con Gerta o cómo?
Welcome to Bellabog's History and
Uy.
Culture Museum.
¿Qué es esto?
As you can see, the interior looks brand
¡Ay!
new.
¡Oh! ¡Oh!
We're in a bit of a bind.
Había alguien nuevo, Oh, me equivoqué de botones, perdón.
Was stolen.
¿Esto qué coño es? ¡Oh, mira qué chulo! Ah, se viene
Take a
Lucoa.
look.
Lucoa era un villano del Honkai Pack Cerse, Era como unos villanos. Y aquí no sabemos quién es. ¡Uy! ¡Esta música! ¡Me encanta! Oh, well, ¿qué tal? ¡Ah, con Lucoa! ¡My God! ¡Ah, bailo, mona! No, tiene que haber historia o algo. ¿What?
Allow me to give you a dignified end.
Galactic Romain. Gusta. ¡Oh! Espérate. ¿Yo puedo cajer códigos a estas alturas? Porque creo que me los he perdido, Creo que me he perdido los códigos. ¿Ustedes caen en los códigos alguna vez? No, esto no es. ¿Ustedes caen en los códigos? Pues preguntar, ¿eh? Yo creo que no. Creo que no pone fecha de expiración, no, pone 28. No, ya expiró. Ya expiró, pero bueno. Ah, aquí vistas container. Y me obligan a iniciar sesión, ¿por qué? No entiendo. Ah, otra vez. No, ya expiró. Bueno, claro, expiró el mismo día que lo presentaron y yo no pude. Yo no pude. Ah, no pasa nada, a ver, no me amargo. Son, bueno, 300 cristales. 2 deseos casi. Bueno, un deseo y algo. O sea, es que me hace gracia porque me da igual en realidad, pero por probar. Pero yo creo que no, o sea, obviamente. Esto es solo exclusivo para aquellos que vean el live stream, claro. ¿Ves? Código cae. Nada, está expirado, chicos. No nos venimos arriba, pues nada. Incurila, muy buena, Yurikox. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal mis chicos? ¿Qué tal mis chicos? Ahí. Bueno, vale, escribiendo los números, cambio de avatar. Voy a pasarlo para adelante. Vale. 3 días más tarde reacciono a este vídeo. ¡Uy! La Bronio. Digo, perdón. Sí, Silverworth. Ya no puedes, no, yo no puedo. Es que no he entrado al juego en esos días tampoco.
Hey folks, my name's Craigley Thomas and I voice Locha.
Hi everyone, I'm Donna
Lucha.
Bennett and I voice
Te
Yukon.
odio.
Pleasure to have
Yukoa, te odio.
And now, without further
¿Qué tal,
ado,
Maxequina,
let's
Munavi,
get straight to
Yurikox?
Honkai Star Rail version 1.1.
¿Qué juego el Honkai?
What's new, Craig?
Well, judging
Honkai
from the
está re-
trailer we just saw, it looks like all 3 areas got some updates. Herta Space Station, Bellabog,
¿Cómo?
and the Xianzhou Lafu.
I don't know if you noticed,
¿Cómo?
but Silverwolf got
¿Cómo?
first bit of screen time.
3 actualizaciones.
Speaking of Silverwolf, I hear our notorious Stellaron hunter is planning another visit to Genius Society territory soon. Let's take a close look at this little troublemaker.
Yeah.
Ah, vale. Civil War primera, qué guapo, Voy a tirar por los dos, Por Civil War, si no me sale, pues Lukoa. Porque es healer, Civil War creo que es erudición, ¿no?
Now, if I'm not
Ah,
mistaken,
no, negligencia, no.
no
es negligencia. Bajada de defensa. Total, lo que más necesito
It's
también.
hard to keep an air of mystery when you're the first one on the scene, but
I think she couldn't have timed it better.
I think you couldn't have timed that better.
¡Qué mono! Oye,
role
oye,
does Silverwolf
oye, qué monos
have
aquí en
with this
chivis.
Stellaron
Quiero ver los
hunter?
chivis. ¡Qué monos!
she's a super hacker.
Los chivis son más importantes.
Lots of technical know-how. If you've got a hack, she's got your back.
El favorito de mi joyo, ¿no? A
Scary how
Helsing ya lo están dando de lado.
Yeah.
Hacking the surveillance system on
Chun,
Herta's
chun.
space station? Not easy. That's how she located the Stellaron.
Let's not forget the Xianzhou. She hacked into the Luofu's systems and guided the Astral Express crew onto the
Madre
ship.
mía, es verdad.
Hey, you guys know that this is all pretty illegal, right?
Yeah. I guess what we're trying to say is Silverwolf is capable of breaking through any and all defense systems. That's why she's useful to the Stellaron hunters.
I see. Second question.
O sea, negligencias son los de buffer, los que
I've been
bajan,
meaning to ask that too.
los que bajan la
Console
estadística a los
here,
enemigos,
there,
los
it's a
debilitan, les baja la
Well, this
defensa,
probably won't come as a
les
surprise
baja el
to anyone,
ataque.
but she's a gamer. In fact, she sees the universe as a game in itself, and she's playing to win. She actually uses a lot of gamer slang in conversation. Not everyone picks up on it, though.
Got it. So it's fair to say she's kind of a nerd?
You could say that. She's also not great at socializing.
Really? Huh. She always struck me as pretty outgoing.
I guess she does have a lot of friends.
Hold up a second. She's an outgoing nerd with poor social skills and a lot of friends. That's quite the combo.
Well,
Headwind. Eso se le llama otaku con vida social. ¿Qué pasa? ¿No podemos los otakus tener vida social o qué? A ti no te pagan para esto, amigo. A ti te pagan por presentar a personajes, ¿eh? Yo no digo nada. Continuemos.
Well, if you struggle to make friends, why not create your own?
Melissa, you're talking about imaginary friends, right? I'm
No,
not
no,
sure
no, 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 no.
Oh. Okay, let me explain. I'm talking about the AI modules in her weapons. See these little guys on her character
Qué
artwork?
triste, al final era una otaku sin vida social. Tuvo que hacer unos amigos.
Oh, and this one's
Hacer amigos. No se pilláis el chiste malo. Perdonadme.
Yeah, they're pretty adorable. When Silverwolf talks about her team of professionals, she's talking about these guys.
Hold on a second. Since when did AI become so adorable?
Siempre son adorables, siempre que sean chibis kawaii de Suni.
It's thanks to Silverwolf's hacking skills that she's been able to forge such a fearsome reputation at such a young age.
Pero nadie quiere sus kawaii de Suni.
Well, Silverwolf is a quantum-type character following the path of nihility. She can apply different debuffs to enemies to improve her allies' combat superiority. In particular, her skill can inflict a weakness on enemies. The weakness she inflicts matches a random ally's attack type.
Which is to say that even if nobody on her team has an attack type which matches an enemy's weakness, Silverwolf can create a weakness that will correspond
Tal cual,
to
o sea, puede aplicar una debilidad por la cara, ¿sabes?
Exactly. In addition, every one of Silverwolf's attacks has a chance of inflicting the enemy with a random bug. There are 3 kinds of bugs, which reduce the enemy's attack, defense, and speed, respectively.
Okay.
And outside of combat, Silverwolf can use her technique to attack an enemy and enter battle. Regardless of enemy weakness, she deals damage to all
sin
enemies
importar
and reduces their toughness.
la debilidad, puede cualquiera.
It triggers the quantum weakness
Ali,
break,
buena,
right?
muchas gracias por lo
Yes,
crecito.
that's right. What else was I gonna mention? Her ultimate. Silverwolf's ultimate has a high chance of reducing the enemy's defense in addition
Qué
to dealing
fuerte.
damage.
I love that animation. It's like something out of a rhythm game, right?
Es perfecta.
I'm
Me he
starting to see
enamorado.
what you mean
La
about the
quiero.
universe being a game to her.
It doesn't stop there either. Did I mention her ability names? There's System Warning, Allow Changes, Awaiting System Response, Force Quit Program. Oh, you get the picture.
Yeah. Oh, is there one called a 10-set guarantee? Or how about Single War Miracle?
Qué tonto. Me gusta cómo se ríe, ¿eh?
Not. Her ultimate's called User Banned, though.
Cuenta
I know what that
baneada.
means. Banned out of existence. Yeah, I guess the scary ultimate needs a scary name. Well, it's time to move on to the Cienjo's mysterious visit. Lucha, the traveling merchant.
Comerciante ambulante. Realmente será comerciante, es que no me fío, ¿eh? Que estoy resentida, chicos, porque vengo del Honkai, entonces estoy resentida aún con este personaje. Hombre, pero está guapa las habilidades, ¿eh?
Straight off the bat, man
Oh,
knows
qué
how to
chulo
dress.
el splash art.
Elegant look, gentlemanly
Qué
demeanor.
bonito.
They say he's hiding a
La
secret.
audacia que es healer.
What do you think? Good guy or villain?
He seems very suspicious.
No me digas.
Really?
Sí que es
How
sospechoso.
so?
Well, imagine some guy waltzes into your hometown dressed like an aristocrat from another planet, but he knows
Yeah.
all the local customs. You'd be a little taken
Ya.
aback, right?
Hey, I think
Eso
you're
lo
being a little
mismo.
hard on the guy. Some tourists do their research.
Well, don't you think his healing abilities are a little mysterious?
Ya,
They came in
también.
pretty handy during the Stellaron crisis.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a traveler merchant, I'm gonna want some first aid skills under my belt. Exactly. It's a dangerous career.
Career, huh? Are you sure that's how he makes
Sí,
a
sí,
living?
yo no me fío
We haven't
tampoco,
seen him
¿eh?
trade a single thing.
Well, I feel like this guy already made his fortune. Maybe traveling merchant is just what
No me
super
digas.
rich tourists like to tell
Seguro que es
people.
un terrorista maligno.
You guys have an answer for everything.
O algo peor.
Is this the Lacha fan club or something?
Yes.
Let's start one.
Yeah.
Well, what about the coven he carries around with him? Nothing out of the ordinary.
Eso, que hable del
right?
ataúd.
Yeah, you got me there.
Eso me da a mí.
Suspicious.
O sea, Perdonadme, pero yo no digo nada, pero el ataúd tendrá que ver, como en el Honkai Impact también, por su amada. Por la caslana que le gustaba. Ahí lo dejo.
I'm not so sure. Everyone needs a conversation starter, right? Especially traveling
Yo ahí lo dejo.
merchants. Think about it. If you walk past this guy, the coffin's gonna draw your attention, right? You'll probably ask him about it, and before you know it, he sold you a new set of shower curtain rings.
You know
¿Qué?
something?
Nah, no tiene
That
sentido.
kind of makes sense.
Pretty smart.
I see.
And if you find people
Vamos,
are in need of a
que-
few shower curtain rings, I
que
happen to
no
have
le
the
preguntemos
finest
ni de
collection
coña.
of authentic Xianzhou bathroomware. Beautiful stuff. Low prices too.
Touching the original question here. Is Lao Cha a good guy or villain?
Buena
I don't
pregunta.
think we have enough information.
All right then. Yes, all you
¿Cuál es el
trailblazers
plan de
have to make
hoy?
up
Ver
your own
esto tan
mind.
guay.
So,
Esto
why don't we
tan
take a look at
guay.
his ability?
Y luego un par
Now
de
we're talking.
zombies, una canaria se va por
Lao Cha
zombies.
is an imaginary type character following the path of abundance.
Una canaria
For
se
a
va a
man with
Españica.
medical knowledge,
Ah,
it's
pobre
not
español es
surprising
loco.
that he's strong on protection. He can offer
Ese es el plan de
healing
hoy.
too and dispel debuffs from his allies.
Oh,
For
a ver.
example, Lao Cha's skill can restore an ally's HP.
Oh,
When the HP of any ally falls below a certain percentage, Lao Cha uses his skill
¡Ostras!
on them without consuming any skill points. This
¿Qué
effect can be
dice?
triggered again after a set number of turns.
Emergency healing, huh?
esa curación de
Important for team
emergencia.
survival.
Sure is. After unlocking a special trace, using Lao
Y hasta
Cha's
pa'
skill
sí
also
mismo,
dispels a debuff from an ally.
Sin gastar habilidad.
Using Lao Cha's ultimate,
turno
Death Wish,
de-
dispels one buff from and deals imaginary damage to all enemies.
In other words, if you've got an enemy that's always buffing themselves or debuffing your allies, Lao Cha has an important role to play.
¿Qué dice?
Precisely. And
Todos
here's
son muy
something
buenos,
else.
¿eh?
Every time Lao Cha
Primero
uses
sirve el
his
warlock
skill
este.
or ultimate, he grants himself one stack of Abyss Flower. Now, when the Abyss Flower reaches a certain number of stacks, Lao Cha deploys a field against the enemy, which lasts for a set number of turns. When the field is active, allies recover a set amount of HP whenever they make an attack. And that's not all. After
Qué
unlocking a
pasada,
special
incluso
trace,
cura cuando ataca al
attacks against
enemigo, ¿eh?
enemies
Va
in
curando
the field
solo.
can restore ally HP.
Cool. It's like a force field of
Qué
healing.
tochísimo
During
están.
exploration, when Lao Cha
Ni
uses
Bailu
his
hace
technique,
eso, ¿eh?
Mercy of a Fool, his field will be immediately generated at the start of the next battle.
Total, solo necesito.
Mr. Lao Cha, mysterious origins and extraordinary skills.
Oh, waifu, ¿eh? Pero creo que está de 4 estrellas, ¿eh? Madre mía. Oh, wow. Qué guapa está.
There's somebody else here we gotta get to. I'm talking about the
Bueno,
elegant,
aquí le hicieron una cara un poco rara, pero bueno.
Madam Yukong.
About time, too! Well, from commerce, cargo, passengers, all the way through to the Air Force, the Skyfaring Commission is in charge of all matters relating to flight. Yukong is the head of that commission, so the above falls right under her remit.
Ah,
Nice. Speaking of flight,
¿Se
it
me
seems
escucha bien
like
cualquier cosa
starships are
o
the
se me
most
escucha
emblematic
bajito,
means of
alto?
transportation on the
por si acaso, no he
Xianzhou.
preguntado, ¿eh?
Yeah, they're a common sight in the Xianzhou skies. Yukong can fly them, right?
I'd say she's pretty handy with a star skiff. When she was young, it was Yukong's flying skills that saw her promoted by the general. That's how she joined the Skyfaring Commission. She soon became an ace among the other pilots.
Huh? That's not the story I heard.
All right, you got me. Here's the director's cut. Yukong ran 6 red lights in a row. She was dragged straight in front of the general and...
I
Madre
get the
mía.
picture. Sometimes rebels get noticed.
You're only young once.
6 red lights, huh?
Tiene un aire a la voz de
Disclaimer,
Beidou. Habría que
trailblazers,
escucharla en
don't try
japonés.
that at home.
De hecho, pudimos haberlo escuchado en
The rebellious
japonés, pero
streak
bueno.
might be a thing of the
Ahora lo
past,
probamos.
but she's still as sharp as ever. Tom, give us the lowdown.
Coming right up.
Perdonadme, pero Silver War estaba a lo suyo con el móvil o con una Game Boy ahí jugando.
Yukong is an imaginary type character
Me hizo
following the
gracia.
path of harmony. Her skill, Emboldening Salvo, grants her
Ah,
2
Imaginary
stacks
también.
of roaring bowstrings. When Roaring Bowstrings is active, the attack of all allies increases.
Vamos, un buffer.
Yukong loses
Tenemos
one
una
stack
de
of Roaring
buffer,
Bowstrings with
healer
every
y
allied
buffer.
turn.
In other words, Yukong's skill can increase allies' attack for 2 turns.
You got it. During exploration, using
Ooh!
Yukong's technique
Ooh!
increases her movement speed for a
Oh my
set
God!
time. It also allows her to obtain 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings at the start of the next
Oh my
battle.
God!
Ooh, sounds
Para
like a good
explorar,
recipe
¿qué
for
dice?
shaking off enemy pursuers.
Using
flipado,
Yukong's
¿eh?
basic attack triggers her talent 7 layers, 1 arrow, which deals additional damage and increases the toughness reducing damage of the current attack. This effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Ah.
When Yukong unleashes her ultimate, Diving Kestrel, she deals imaginary damage to a single target. If Roaring Bowstrings is active, its effect is enhanced, increasing the crit rate and crit damage of all allies. Her days on the front lines may be over,
qué
but
guapo,
Yukong's
¿eh?
skills didn't go anywhere. Maybe one day, we'll get to see her take flight once again.
Ooh, here's hoping.
Man, we're really spoiled for choice with these characters, huh?
No, ya.
Still, let's not
Lancen
forget what
banners,
else
por
we got
favor.
coming up. In version 1.1, we'll be welcoming 2 brand new light cones to the world.
Ah,
First
las
up,
armas.
Incessant Rain.
Bubblegum in the rain, huh? That's a mood.
The Silver Wolf energy is strong in this one.
You got that right. Someone don't want to tidy the room?
So true. She's like, I told you, Kafka. I'm gonna tidy it. As soon as version 1.1 finishes downloading.
The second light
Cuando
cone
descargue lo
is the
ordeno, ¿eh?
path of
Oh,
abundance
mira.
to Echoes of the coffin. See, it looks like
Ostras,
a
qué bonita
snapshot
imagen, ¿eh?
of Lacha talking to the coffin?
Wow, looks like
Yeah.
some kind of thorny vines are emerging from beneath the lid. So many questions. I
No,
get a
este
sense
tío
of
es misterioso.
mystery and
Caídas,
elegance, but
buenas, ¿qué
there's
tal?
also a kind of tenderness and fragility here, don't you think?
Well, one thing's for sure. If people weren't curious about Lacha's coffin yet, they are now.
Just a man in his ornately decorated vine-producing coffin. Nothing to see here, folks.
No,
Whatever
que
you
amigo,
say,
claro,
Chris.
algo
Check
común.
this out. During the first
No!
phase of version 1.1 in the character
No!
world, contract 0.
¡No sale! ¡No sale la nueva Silver War, malditos! Ya no te odio. Te odio, joyo perso. Te odio. Son los tantos personajes que ya tengo. Bueno, me das un dupeta, pero tengo otros personajes. ¿Por qué? Siempre
Trailblazers can
igual.
obtain the limited 5-star character
Odio verso.
Silver Wolf.
Siempre
During
igual.
the same phase in the light cone event one, the
Total.
drop rate of the
Lo tiene
5-star
Luco,
light cone
seguro.
Incessant Rain will be boosted. Now during the second phase of
Me
version
lo imaginaba.
1.1 in the
Mira, aquí
character
está.
world, Lake Pursuit,
Y
Trailblazers
con
can
pela
obtain
otra
the
vez.
limited 5-star character Lacha and
Oye,
4-star
Verso, ¿qué
character
pasa?
Yukong.
¿Qué pasa con esto,
During
eh?
the same phase,
Ya no te
in the
quiero.
light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone Echoes of the Coffin will be boosted. And I almost forgot to mention, when version 1.2 rolls around,
Espérate, ¿qué?
Trailblazers can take part in an in-game event to obtain the 4-star character
Woo!
Yukong for free.
El 1.2,
Details for
estrellita.
this event will be announced through official channels in the not
¿Quién es? Espérate.
game event to obtain the 4
Yukong. Dejadme verlo. ¿Quién es Yukong? ¿O es esta? Y no me he dado cuenta. Ah, esta la obtenemos gratis. Ah, mira. No, sí, se llamaba Yukong, soy su
4-star
normal.
character Yukong for free.
Yay. Bueno, vale, vale, te perdonamos,
Nice.
joyo, porque no la das gratis luego.
Let's
Después
take
de
a
unos
break for a minute
meses.
here.
Pero
You
pasa
know, when we
nada.
get back,
Le importa un
we'll be
pepino.
talking version 1.1 events.
Vale, más codillos.
Events and gameplay up. Back Trailblazers. New characters and light cones aside, Version 1.1 has lots of events and gameplay updates.
Sí, tengo los subtítulos arriba porque estos están muy monos, los chivis. Están súper monos. A ver cuánto dura la fama del juego. Quizá lo mismo que otro. Empieza fuerte, pero luego va cayendo.
At the start of the story, Kafka and Silverwolf invaded Herta's space station. Kafka's mission was to awaken the Trailblazer. Silverwolf's mission was to help Kafka infiltrate the space station systems and locate the hidden Stellaron. But that wasn't enough for Silverwolf.
I can believe that. She's been on the IPC's wanted list for as long as I can remember.
During the invasion, she left behind some kind of digital graffiti. Just her way of letting everyone know Silverwolf was here.
Way to rub it in their faces, Silverwolf. Still, artists need an outlet.
O sea, hay que buscar graffiti. Me está bromeando.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the name of her homeworld. Punk Lord. Kind of fitting, don't you think?
Punk Lord?
Seriously?
No way.
Afraid so. I think she was destined for this kind of behavior. Anyway, in the Star Hunt game event, the Trailblazers receive an invite from the space station's network security engineer, Leonard. They have...
¿Esto es un cono? ¿Te dan un arma? Let's go. Te dan un arma. Y te dan cosas para farmear y mejorar el personaje. Esto está bien, eso está muy bien.
Wait, there are secrets hidden inside the graffiti? But if it's all digital... Oh, I bet you need to hack into it or something.
You might be right. We also get to meet a new Genius Society member. One of Madame Herta's collaborators.
Este lo vimos antes.
Screw'em. He'll be helping the Trailblazers too.
Wait, haven't we seen Screw'em before somewhere?
I think we saw a hologram portrait of him in Herta's office. He's a
mira.
robot, right?
A robot Genius Society member. Interesting. I bet he's got a few hacker skills up his sleeve. If he's helping us out too, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Pero es que luego lo vimos.
Silverwolf and Screw'em actually faced off against each other once. You can see a snapshot of their fight in the "We Will Meet Again" light cone.
Whoa.
Toma lore, tomad lore, señores, para el personaje. Empiezan las armas de evento, qué rápido, sí, rapidísimo, ¿eh?
Okay,
pero mira, sí se
Screw'em,
enfrentaron, sí es cierto.
Jeez, his portrait really doesn't do him justice.
You know, if you and the light cone need a moment here, you know, the rest of us can head out.
It's a robot.
I guess this event will be the second time Screw'em's come up against Silverwolf's mischief, then. Old enemies locking horns once again.
Ooh, guess it does kind of feel like a rematch.
I gotta mention that graffiti again. Anyone else feel like it'd make for a good tattoo? I feel like some of these characters could pull it off.
I don't think that features
el Trozacaminos es el viajero, sí. Es el tabitito.
Are collectible. The Trailblazer can apply them to in-game surfaces and take photos with the artwork.
Ay, qué gracioso.
Collecting the graffiti designs
Míralo.
also allows you to unlock the...
Antes del tutorial, misión empieza. Antes del tutorial.
Limited 4-star light cone before the tutorial mission starts. Complete the event mission to obtain Always Smiling, which can be exchanged in the event shop for limited light cone special superimposition material, as well as stellar jade.
Hey, that's another good-looking light cone. Not to change the
¿Te
subject
podría
or
servir
anything, but
para
I gotta
Silver
ask,
World como
is
4
that
estrellas?
Albert merch I'm seeing over there?
It looks so fluffy! I want one!
El peluche así de Edwin
Not to
allí.
mention it, why don't I introduce you to the IPC's merchandise department? If you guys had your own merch, they'd be sold out in no time. Or maybe let's just get back to version 1.1 for now. In the story thus far, Belobog has finally emerged from the Stellaron shadow.
Ah, vale.
There's a lot left to do. The city is going through changes. Any of you guys want to shed some light?
I heard a thing or two. Now that the underworld and overworld are reconnected, things are definitely heading in a better direction. One recent development, Belobog's History Museum is getting ready to reopen to the public.
Museum? I love museums.
¿Qué es como la house?
I wish you could take the exhibits home with you, though.
The only problem is exhibits are being stolen. Anything you'd like to tell us, Melissa?
Oh, wait a minute. I only just found out they had a museum. How could it have been me?
I didn't say it was you.
Oh.
surprise
Uf, el
aspect.
chibi demasiado
Anyway,
para...
in the Everwinter
demasiado
City
para un
Museum
chibi,
Ledger of
el rubio, ¿no?
Curiosities event, the Trailblazer must help Payla track down.
¡Mira! Esto es súper mega importante. Esto deberían de aprenderlo en Henshin. Esto, tenéis un artefacto y le podéis cambiar el stat principal. Ahí lo dejo.
Clues and recover the lost exhibits.
Nice. Oh, I love a good whodunit.
Sounds great.
Well, that's not all. The Trailblazer can take on managerial responsibilities and help run the place.
Huh. So what does that involve exactly?
I'm glad you asked. The Trailblazer can do things like collect exhibits and enlist other individuals to improve the overall experience for visitors. After achieving specific operational goals, they can accumulate funds to expand the museum's exhibits and gradually unlock limited-time rewards, such as stellar jade, lost crystals, and self-modeling resin.
Sounds like fun. I'm sure it'll be a piece of
When the
Amigo.
limited-time event is over, the museum will remain as a mode within the game. Trailblazers can return to the museum at any time to check out the collection and catch up with colleagues.
Of course, if you encounter any issues during the running of the museum, please don't hesitate to get in touch with the IPC. Wait, we don't have the service.
Que no tengo el servicio.
Getting ahead of myself.
Deep
Me
breath,
encanta,
Albert.
de
Not everything
presentador.
is an IPC sales pitch.
Thanks, Don. This is what happens if you read commercials for a living.
No worries. Kinda did sound like a useful...
Una pregunta. ¿Por qué no puedo tener esto de avatar, de Pinku avatar, Yo quiero estos chibis para moverse. Ustedes no me queréis ver modo chibi. Yo quiero esto. Yo quiero moverme. Estos son bonitos.
Service? Maybe the
Yo quiero
IPC should look
moverme
into it.
así. Entonces,
I'm
Muy
sure
chibi.
Trailblazers are more interested in the
Y streamear.
content of the new version. Let's
Pinku.
get back on track.
Pinku,
All right.
VTuber,
A researcher
chibi.
from the space station found a
Oh.
combat simulation program of unknown origin called Stellar
Ole,
Flare, which
simulación de
contains a
combate,
series
let's
of
go.
new challenge stages.
Bien.
Huh? More challenges?
Every stage in Stellar Flare has a challenge theme and
Oh.
corresponding special mechanism. Trailblazers will have to think outside the box and use any advantages offered by the mechanisms to complete the stage in as few turns as possible.
Sounds like the Forgotten Hall to me.
Hombre,
The difference with Stellar
como el
Flare
Salón
is that the
Olvidado,
special
sí.
mechanisms might require completely new ways of thinking about combat. For example, in some stages, using your skill doesn't consume skill points. In others, damage dealt when breaking an enemy's toughness is increased, but the enemy's toughness
Vamos,
will
que te
be
ponen con
immediately
retitos.
restored.
Huh, sounds pretty cool, but I'm sure Silverwolf will take care of it in one turn.
What if I haven't leveled up enough characters? Is it
Créeme
impossible
que yo
for me
sí
to
lo he
complete the
hecho.
challenge?
Don't worry. To assist Trailblazers in completing the challenge, every Stellar Flare stage has a trial character suited to the theme.
Oh, eso está muy bien para los nuevos,
Say, I can get behind that.
Vamos, habrá
The
de
Garden of
pruebas
Plenty
para
event.
que lo
Recently, the Cosmos has
que lo tienen
entered
ya
a
subidos
turbulent
y lo
cycle,
puedas superar,
and the
ningún
Helixes are
problema.
unusually active. The
Oh,
reality data contained within
que
them
te van a
has
dar,
grown
que te van a dar el doble.
Huh, which
Lo
means...
necesito.
It means that over a fixed time period, Trailblazers have a set number of daily attempts to obtain
Oh,
double the rewards from
Yo
Helixes.
quiero un montón, que a
Leveling
mis
up,
personas
here
les
we
cuesta
come.
subir.
The next event we're going to talk about is called Lab Assistance in Position.
Espérate, ¿qué?
Wen
¿Qué es
Shuling
esto?
is a Department of Implement Arts researcher on Herta Space Station, and she's currently preparing research topics needed for the
Pero
next quarter.
¿cuántos mini
However,
eventos hay?
the Antimatter
Y
Legion's
la historia
invasion has
principal, ¿qué
messed up
pasa?
her progress.
Hmm.
As a result, Wen Shuling has asked the Trailblazer to help her collect monster materials for use in her research topic.
No
If the
entiendo nada.
Trailblazer collects and submits
No
the
entiendo nada.
experimental materials required on a given day, they can receive corresponding rewards.
I got a question, Dawn.
Fire away.
These are Space Station and Bellabog events, right? Aren't there any events or missions on the
Eso,
Xianzhou
la historia o
You
algo.
beat me to it.
Oh.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. In version 1.1, 3 new companion
Oh!
missions are destined
Oh!
for the Xianzhou Lafu.
¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¡4 legendarias! ¡4 misiones legendarias! ¿Pero esto qué es? ¡Esto ni es Henshin! ¿Esto qué es? Tantas misiones y yo no he hecho ninguna todavía. Pero bueno, tengo contenido, qué guay. O sea, Silver World del Bucoa y bueno, y 2 del permanente que no habían salido. Henshin. digo, joyovers, de vuestra gallina de huevo de oro, os faltan misiones legendarias del permanente. Mientras que los arcontes tienen acto 2 y una yoimilla esquipeable. Le habéis dado el acto 2 también. Y a la Noel porque es waifu. Yo no digo nada. Pero espabilad un poco con el aro de personajes. Prosigamos.
These missions will involve Bailu, Yanqing, and Luo Cha. As for the specifics, I'm gonna keep that a secret for now.
4 historias legendarias.
Wolf's mission was to help Kafka.
Perdón.
Experience for
Using your skill, the lab assistance in
Come on, Don. Can you give us a little something?
Sí.
We're on the edge of our seats here.
Yeah, come on, Don.
all right, all right.
Yo ya no he equipeado, o sea, ha tenido
You
mala
guys remember
suerte.
the
Lo...
girl with the blindfold in the opening trailer?
O aposta. No hay código, los códigos están finiquitados, ya no se puede usar. ¿Qué tal, Taberu? Pero bueno, joyovers entienden que como que Yoimiya es la que con la que menos invierten, Cao sí, y no quieren a la personaje. Entonces, como fue la que menos beneficio trajo, pues la ponen para esquipear. Pobre Yoimiya. No es su culpa, a ver, no la quería yo porque ya tengo DPS de fuego, pero si no la hubiera tirado por ella.
Wondering who she was.
Well, all I'll say is that she and the Xianzhou have a complicated
Sí, pero de 4
past.
estrellas no hay historia
And her
legendaria.
appearance on the Xianzhou leads to a dramatic encounter with Cloud Knight
Ahora que lo pienso.
Lieutenant Yanqing. And that's all you're getting. Sorry. The prizes are worth waiting
Qué bueno.
for.
Oh, I hate waiting.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yo también lo de
Nope, I'm
esperar.
afraid that's all you're getting. However, I do have a little info on some other updates. Interested?
Yoimiya es mejor que Amber y que todo 1000 veces.
Yes.
Well, if nobody's that interested, then I suppose I'll just...
Of course, interested.
What, are you crazy?
Albert, you're interested, right?
Bueno, Berto. No. Se llama Headwind. Porque salió de Hogwarts Legacy.
Better, good boy.
Nicely done, Melissa. The check-in event Gift of Odyssey
¡Oh!
will also be arriving in version
Tiraditos
1.1.
gratis.
For the length of this version, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7
Tiraditos
days,
gratis.
they can acquire 10
Gracias.
Star Rail special passes.
10 free warps? Nice.
No,
Version
Yoimiya es mejor,
1.1 will also see
Yoimiya
some
muy
system
buena,
updates. When Trailblazers need to obtain leveling materials that only a certain type of enemy can produce, they can instantly teleport to an area where the enemy is present, as well
¡Hola!
as pinpoint
¿Qué
the
dice?
precise location of the enemy on the map with a marker.
Sounds like
O sea, para localizar el objeto que quieres o material,
Once
te
the
llevan
enemy
ante el
in
enemigo
question is
directamente.
defeated, the marker will automatically move to the location
¡Oh,
of
qué
the
chulo!
next enemy. After all marked enemies on a map have been
No me
defeated,
vuelvo loca yendo por
Trailblazers can
mapa.
continue to pinpoint enemies on other maps. This process can be repeated until all daily respawn enemies of a certain type have been defeated.
Oh, that's a lifesaver. I barely found my way to the studio today.
Qué
There's
fuerte,
also
¿eh?
a small combat surprise in store. During combat, trotters that have lost their way may randomly enter battle.
¿Cómo?
As long as the trotter is defeated before it manages to flee, additional leveling
De la
materials
nada,
can
¿no?
be obtained.
Enemy geolocation and additional material opportunities. Devs, I owe you one.
Last but
¡Hola!
not least, in order to help Trailblazers stay in touch, version 1.1 also has a friend chat function.
¿Cómo? Chat entre amigos, podemos charlar, enviarnos WhatsApps. Podemos enviarnos WhatsApps, qué guay.
Doesn't matter if they're old companions or new acquaintances.
That's the spirit of
Podemos tener un
trailblazing right there.
chat Telegram aquí.
Albert, what's your account? Let me add you.
What?
I need to add you. You can be my personal IPC customer service. What do you think?
Salut! Hey, don't get any ideas because I nearly made up a service that doesn't exist.
¿Qué es
So you
eso?
don't want to add me? Guess I'll just have to hack you.
Wait a minute.
Podemos negociar.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those account details too.
Count me in. Sorry to jump on the bandwagon here, Albert, but you're a celebrity anchor for the IPC. Everyone wants to be your friend.
Fine, but I'm switching my account the next chance I get. Time for today's third redemption code.
Vale, y el último código. Ay, ahora no me aparecen usuarios del chat. Increíble.
but as the first... well, time flies when you're having fun. Looks like our special program is coming to an end.
Oye, un momento. ¿Y la historia? ¿Y la historia principal, qué? ¿No hay historia principal?
Oh, it's been an
No
honor
entiendo.
to be on the show, Albert.
Sí,
I gotta
pero
say,
no
we
se ha dicho
covered
nada.
a lot of ground. Now I'm even more excited for the updates. Fingers crossed I get Silverwolf.
Yeah, seriously, same.
Greg, how you feeling?
I feel like I've got more questions than I came in with.
No, ya,
What new
yo también.
directions will Law-Cha take the story in? Who's stealing
de
exhibits
Luco no
from
me
the
fío,
museum?
¿eh?
And what about those companion missions? Guess we'll have to find out the answers in-game.
Yeah.
For real. As for me, well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'd seen a lot of Yukong up to now, but this was the first time I got to understand her moves and role on the battlefield. She's so cool. I kinda want to be her. Then again, I guess I kinda
Ya
am,
eres
huh?
ella, su dobladora,
I
¿sabes?
had to double check that for a second, huh? Well, that's it for the Honkai Star Rail version 1.1 special program. I want to thank all you trailblazers today for tuning in, and hey, we'll see you on the flip side.
See you in the game.
Ay.
See you when I see ya.
Adiós,
Later, guys.
pero ¿y la historia principal? Dejadme verla.
You didn't
Jopetas.
think it was over,
¿Para qué? ¿Qué?
did you?
¿6.5? ¿De qué? Espérate, ¿qué? ¿Cómo que 6.5? Ah, ¿te se referirá al Honkai Impact?
You didn't think it was over, did you?
Es que si pone 6.5, creo que es la actualización del Honkai Impact. Creo que estaban por la 6.4, pero es que yo hace tiempo lo dejé de jugar, ¿eh? Porque ya acabó la historia principal y estaban alargando de más la trama y dije, pa' aquí, no me la alarguen.